champion golfer of the year and winner of the gold medal with the score of season 1, episode 16, Average Goats. Yeah, all right. Woo! Welcome one and all. Michael, Joel, Hanger, how you guys doing today?
Here we are.
British Open week.
Is it British Open or is it
the Open Championship?
The Open Championship. It's
Open
a big to-do. DJ grew up calling it the British Open. Now he says it's the Open Championship. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's because what they used to call it, and then they switched it.
Yeah.
And so if you can't tell, the sun's barely coming up. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. We came in early.
We
can sell that.
Almost similar.
Michael and Joel got dressed in the dark
Twinkies.
together.
Twinkies.
How about
the
that?
same shirt.
How about it?
Wasn't even playing.
But
It was a 2-for-1 deal.
2 for 1.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Good deal.
Similar conditions to what they're battling over there. Gray skies.
Gray skies,
windy.
little wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. It's Open Championship week. Should be a fun week in golf in Northwest Indiana, too. We're getting Club Championship season, Invitational season, or member guest, whatever you call it. But we got to wrap up last week first. It was the Pride and Joy of Illinois, the TPC Deer Run Championship, and it was pretty cool. A guy that wasn't qualified for the Open Championship ends up posting a number early on Sunday and winning it, Mr. Lucas Glover. What did you guys think of how that tournament played out?
I thought it was a great pick on my part because I took
Allegedly.
Lucas.
We have to go back to the tape on that one.
Check the tape.
Because I took Lucas.
That was just a shot in the dark. You just grabbed
Surprisingly.
the name.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can write down a name Monday, and I bet you I picked the Open winner.
There was absolutely nothing telling you that he was going to win. You just randomly selected his name.
he's a Mizuno guy. So I picked him.
I'll give him that.
Plays Mizunos. So
Yeah.
I picked him.
It's nice to see Lucas get back in the winner's circle, give his wife a little payday.
Boom! There's the wife jab. I was waiting for it.
Give his wife a little payday.
Yeah.
She was probably slamming drinks on
Man,
Sunday.
that
And
microphone is on
fucking
fire over there. He was
over there
waiting.
over there in the trailer park.
He's been a great ball striker throughout his career, though, especially when he won the U.S. Open. He's always been a good ball striker. It's just been his mental game and his putting that.
Speaking of ball striking,
Well, how would your mental game be if you knew after a round you're going to get your ass beat?
God,
Jesus.
allegedly.
you shot an even par round.
I mean, it's reported. There was
Maybe-
cops involved in that
Maybe
incident.
that's what they're into, though, and she just didn't remember the safe word.
Oh, true.
Maybe his mom didn't remember the safe word. That was the one getting her ass beat. Lucas's wife was beating around his mother.
Well, maybe the meatloaf wasn't right.
Yeah.
Meatloaf. But so you were talking about his ball strike. I have a quick question about that for an average goat like myself. He has a very unforgettable, very
Unique swing.
The finish from contact on and how he holds it off, I guess was how you would say it. Would you like to explain that in 5 seconds or less?
Very, very unique swing, kind of like a Jim Furyk swing.
What does it mean though? Is it him like focusing on throwing the ball down his target line, or what's the meaning behind it? Do you think?
I don't know. He just has a nice forward press to start the swing, and I think he just makes ball first contact, which is just always important.
This is where our tech guy should just immediately put the swing up on the screen.
The finish,
if we had that going.
It does nothing, I don't think. They always say, coaches say there's like 18 inches where almost every player is the exact same in that 18 inches from after the ball to behind the ball. That's what she said. So
Fucking packing.
Wow.
they're all that little
It's a
segment.
clip on.
That little segment there is it. They're all pretty much the same. What you do outside of that, they say, is however you need to get it to that segment. So.
Okay. Yeah, I always just thought his finish always kind of stuck out in my head. How he kind of.
He's kind of got like that unique finish, like a Webb Simpson and a Jordan Spieth, where they kind of got some
Jordan
weird.
Spieth, yes. Webb, no.
Webb, you don't think is
I
goofy like that after impact?
I couldn't draw it up on a Etch-a-Sketch for you right now. No.
This looks weird.
I couldn't even try to rehearse it for you over here. And, yeah.
I'm a pretty good swing imitator.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I thought I just threw it up on the screen, but it's not. It's not going.
Tough break. But yeah, he ends up winning the Deer Run. What were your final thoughts of the tournament as a whole? I thought that was a pretty good tournament. I thought they shot pretty good. I finally saw the video clip of the massive M80, the Zach Johnson. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, shit his pants.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I sent that to you guys, remember? And I said, you sure they're not in a trailer park?
Sorry. Don't hit me like Mrs. Glover.
But no, it was a good tournament. I like that golf course. I think the golf course played tough.
I mean, the guy went out and posted a number, 7 under.
Yeah, he got in early, posted like an hour and a half before anybody else was finishing.
Those guys just couldn't get there down the stretch.
And they all kind of crumbled towards the end too.
I think, too, the top 25 going into the last day and a half shows you how of a fair setup it must have been because there were so many guys that could have won it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool at the end.
Yeah,
of the day.
there was a lot of there was that great shank. Was that on Sunday? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was Sunday.
Who's that? Ben on?
Munoz. Which I don't like him.
Any particular reason?
Yeah, I don't. It was just his mannerisms. I was watching him on Saturday, and then I realized late Saturday that
Pouting like a baby.
yeah, he is a powder, but he also had this big old logo. I was like, what is that? Like a pasty on his left nipple?
84 lumber.
No, it was worse. Flex Seal.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
What are we gonna do? We're gonna go down there and get one of them fishing boats over there, cut a hole in it, put a screened-in door, and
Yeah.
Flex Seal closed.
I
Throw
did
some
see that.
M80s off that thing.
The shit does work.
I did see that.
Sometimes. It
Flex Seal, really? I
80
did not see that.
works 90% of the time, 50% of the time.
70% of the time works every time.
Yeah, something like that.
What's interesting about that golf course, if you paid attention at all towards the last
That smells like pure gasoline.
4 holes on this golf course, it doesn't matter how easy or how tough the holes look. These guys get as nervous as anybody else on golf holes. Like hole
Asshole clams up a little
Yes, on hole 15, 16. Hole 15, it's a par 4. You tee off through a chute and left is
Dead.
Left is dead.
You want to bail out right over
You
that
can miss
bunker.
it as far right as you can,
Right.
because you would go into the par 5 17th area or
Mm-hmm.
between those 2 holes. And these guys all are pumping it right off that tee. Not many of them hit the fairway on 15. Yeah. And then 16 is the tough par 3, which that green looks like it's just off in the middle of nowhere. And then left is the ravine that falls down into the river. 17, I don't know if you paid attention, Adam Shank, I think is his name.
bit. I think it's Matt.
No, it's Adam. He hit a ball in the right rough, and if you miss on the right rough there, it's a dead drop right down to the cart path. And he was on that side slope, thick rough, topped his next shot coming out of there on
Topper, huh?
Sunday.
I love tops.
And he was only
Topper
he was
Harley.
only 2 or 3 back going into that par 5, 17th, and after that he was done. So
Did you pick Justin Thomas this week? No. Okay.
I thought it was interesting, too, on
Plus 2
Friday.
already.
On Friday, guys trying to make the cut, Dylan Fratelli. I was watching his round, and he was the returning champ. And he birdied 17 to get the 4 under, so he was going to make the cut on the number, and then he blocks his drive into the trees, punches out, pitches it to 5.5 feet, 6 feet, and just totally misses the putt. You're going home with a bogey.
See ya.
see ya.
Yeah.
18, it's another tough.
So what do you do
Tough
if you're
driving
him?
hole.
Do you wait then? You have to sit there for 2 days
I'd tag it
because you're getting the charter.
yeah.
You got to just
And
hang
you got
out
to take
over
the
there.
charter because of the COVID rule. So, like when something like that happens, is he able to use the practice facilities after the leaders have gone through and teed off? Like, is the practice facility open to him? Do you think?
I would assume so. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Just out there banging balls.
I don't know. That's why I'm just asking. I think
You
it's
might
an
have to go
interesting
pay a
question.
fee to use
He's
the
got to go
range.
$22 for a large bucket.
I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it.
Could,
Hey, you want some shags?
could, but
Go out there and do whatever he wants.
yeah.
Unreal. All right, well, this week is the final major of the year, unless you don't want to count the Olympics coming up in a couple weeks and then the Ryder Cup. But this is the marquee major, the original major, some say,
Yep.
the Open Championship.
Look at that flow.
What do you
Cam
get?
Smith.
Oh, nice
Luscious.
moustache. Love the stash. Unreal.
I like this.
I don't like people that wear non-fitted hats, though.
Thank you.
I don't know what it is.
Thank you. We're on the same page.
Yeah. And then this guy, I don't
Might
like
be
this
a-
guy. Cut your man bun off.
I wouldn't be able to
He's
hold
anchoring.
that putter in the wind like
He's
that.
anchoring.
I'd be hitting it all over the place.
Yeah.
But no, big tournament, obviously, and one that I really do enjoy. Joel and I were talking about it earlier this morning. It's not quite at the Masters level for me, just because I just love that week. But this is probably my second favorite.
2. Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
just different look, different golf course setup. Weather doesn't always cooperate for him. It's nice. I like it.
I'll be honest. Masters is 1A, but I would say 1B is this and the U.S. Open. Like, I ain't gonna miss any of that stuff, any three of those days. Right? I'm catching it. I'm watching the reruns at night. I'm watching live from
all.
So your number one is Masters and number two is U.S. Open.
And this one.
Okay.
But I would say, like, the PGA, they should probably just move it to the West Coast and have it on primetime TV or something like that. Because it's just kind of blah until they got to do something to spice it up.
Yep.
They either got to do it through venues where you wouldn't think they would ever play, or you have to do it with some sort of format change.
Yeah.
So, so the Open Championship this week, it's at Royal St. George's Golf Course. It's the 15th time this course is hosting this championship, which I thought was pretty cool. 7,189 yards, and it's a par 70, which is kind of crazy.
How many yards? 7,000?
7,189. So you'll be pretty close to that yardage this weekend if you're playing the Blue Tee event over at Ushea.
Perfect. A lot of hay over there.
A lot of heather
hitting it in there.
Oh yeah.
A lot of hay. Par threes are like 210 plus yards. It looks like.
Brooksy this week says he does not like this golf course.
Yeah,
he started off well today. I think he bogeyed the last hole to shoot 1 under.
Yeah, 1 under. But he says he doesn't like it.
Really? Mm-hmm. Was there any rhyme or reason, or?
Just the setup I don't think was great for him, he said. I don't know specifically why. He just didn't like the setup.
Did you guys see in the earlier week press conferences, firing back up the Bryson and Brooks spat? Brooks kind of gave some more details on the whole subject.
I didn't pay attention to the details. I just saw that Brooksy would not play with him. You know, obviously he says, well, we're not going to be paired up with the Ryder Cup, so I won't have to worry about it. I can get along with anybody for 1 week, right? Bryson says, oh, yeah, it'd be fun. We'll play together, you know. But
I think, what's his name? Jaime Diaz on the Golf Channel said that he thinks it's all
show?
All a ruse, all for show.
Well, I mean, he did come out this week and say, you know, we're not gonna be making dinner plans together, but we could play together on the same team for the Ryder Cup. So
yeah. But
Bryson said that.
Kind of over.
But supposedly at some point,
no. Brooks said it.
I didn't see him
Brooks
say
said that too. Yeah, I'll show you later.
Okay.
It was on Golf Digest.
Yeah. But supposedly they had a conversation in the locker room or in a passing about something that somebody said.
They were going to let something go, right?
And they were putting it underneath the rug, and they were both moving on. And then Bryson's made a comment.
He's gaming.
Yeah, about something in gaming, and then it all got fired up, and Brooks said it's open game now.
While he was gaming, I think he made a comment.
Yeah.
Somehow got back to Brooksy.
This is open season. So, but whatever. I'm
just for that, I'm going Brooksy this week.
All right, Michael's Brooks.
I was going to go DJ, but I'm going Brooksy.
All right.
I know you guys are going 1-2 on the leaderboard. Makes sense.
No, I'm not. Pappy's going Spieth.
Let's have Ricky have a big week. That'd be great.
All right, you know what? I'm going to take Ricky Fowler.
Oh, I love it.
I'm going to take Ricky Fowler just to shove it up Michael Henger's tailpipe.
Well,
if that's the case, then Ricky probably will have a good week. He won't be on the cooler like I got.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying top 7 for Ricky.
Nice.
This guy here, this is a joke. He had a chance to be 2 under, missed a 6-footer at the second hole.
They were talking about him the other day about how he was one of the best drivers 9 months ago.
Randall was talking about it.
And now with this new, going back to the swing coach or new swing coach, whatever, it's terrible. His numbers are terrible. He was the worst statistical driver at Wells Fargo and still won.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
How good are you?
How crazy is that? And his short game.
That's a major venue.
Historically, his short game was terrible. You know, you get him from 120 and in, and he's rifling him over the green. He's missing right. He's missing left. He's
looking like all those average goats chunking wedges from 100 yards.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I like about this tournament too is watching them play on a little bit slower greens, and you see those balls grab like Velcro sometimes on putts and chips.
Well, that's what Schauffele was saying about. He went to that arm lock, there for 4 months, and then this week and last week at the British, he was saying that Scottish Open. He was saying that the greens were so slow. The first 2 rounds he played with the arm lock, and then the last 2 rounds, and this week he's going back to the old one because he's got to get more of a hit on the ball or a bigger swing, and he can't do that with the arm lock. So,
I don't like.
What do you think these greens run? Like 10, 9?
Yeah, they're going to be closer to a 9.
Yeah.
I catch a 9.
9 calling from a walkie-talkie. They did say, though, I don't know if you saw any of the videos with the superintendent.
I did. I saw him. That was
Dude's
cool.
a freaking legend.
I missed it.
Rock band.
Oh, yeah. No, everybody's saying, is he from The Cure?
Yeah.
They playing The Cure. But,
at this.
Larson, he's a rock star. He's been there for a while, and you could just tell, like, he's ready for this championship. He's very proud of his course. And a couple people I listened to on the radio today over there, they said it's like Lynx Mint because they've had a pretty wet year, that everything's pretty lush. So it'll be interesting to see. If they don't get the rain like they're saying they might not it might dry out,
Fucking mint.
Get a little firm for them, see some more stuff bouncing.
Again, I was telling Michael earlier this morning, I said that when we met here at 6 a.m. To do the show,
He knows that's not true.
He didn't bring bagels either.
that it's just a little bit depressing on the side of you always liked watching Tiger play a link style course. He just played it differently than anybody else played it.
Yeah,
played it lower to the ground.
Played the terrain.
And he would hit a lot of longer irons, a lot of irons off tees. And you almost don't see these young guys and doing that. You still see them playing their normal game. So
Well, they won't win.
I know.
Right.
But
But
Just
some
come
of,
crunch time, they're going to have to hit a shot like that.
some of that here is it's soft, so they can go at these pins. They were talking about that the last couple of days. But if it does get
windy and
firm
sun.
up at least, it won't work, and they'll just falter,
Sooner or later, you got to play a shot. You get off line. You got to play a shot where you're gonna, you know what I mean. You're gonna bump and run it and follow the terrain around. So
Yeah.
if they're not doing it, I can
Patrick just
see.
had a low cutter straight ball in there.
I don't know, but
Wow.
I think someone that might sneak up on you guys this week is a Justin Rose.
Good, he's 3 under.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Just somebody off the radar from
Yeah, he hit a ball.
from over there that plays links golf good is gonna probably win this one.
I think it was hole 18. He hit his second shot or his approach into the green from the starter house over by 1, I think. He was literally right next to the building.
Well, the
Now, he had an
gentleman-
open shot, but it was,
The gentleman teeing off from the red tees, please move back to the white tees.
This is gonna miss right too.
Well, the guy with the megaphone.
That's just a bad shot.
But
But
$2 million, $2,070,000 to the winner. How would you like that? Oh, Rory just threw a club.
Well, I just hit a terrible golf shot
Yeah,
from
he did not hit a good one.
120 yards.
So looking back through the years, right off, here's the question of the day that we didn't prepare you guys for. What's some of your favorite Open Championship memories from past? Is it Ben Curtis shocking the world? I thought that was a pretty cool story way back in the day. Is it? I remember Justin Rose as an amateur holding out on his
98.
last hole. Is it Tom Watson almost pulling it off and Stewie Sink finally gets his
that was fun to watch. Tom Watson he was just
Tom's
lights out,
afternoon
he was
Turnberry?
steady, very steady.
Worst 3-putt ever, because that would have been the story of all stories if he pulled that off.
I mean, I'm going to point out the most best the ones that everybody knows about. Hoylake, that was Tiger didn't hit. What he hit one driver that week, didn't hit it in any bunkers. I think that week maybe.
The Spieth victory was pretty good.
That was a pretty cool win.
The Phil one,
The Phil one was a pretty good one.
Phil was nice. The Nicklaus and was that Watson duel back in the 70s? I think that one was pretty cool.
I think what
about
comes to mind more is the guys that falter or break down towards the end,
John Van de Velde,
rather than the victor.
Carnage at Carnat,
Yep.
Spieth did that in 15 at St. Andrews.
Yeah, yep.
Dustin Johnson did it.
DJ had that
Hit it OB
shank
here, right?
Yes, at this
This year.
point.
shank 3-iron from the middle of the fairway
And
that cost him the tournament.
right,
That was the year that he had the blunder at Chambers Bay, wasn't it?
yes,
Yeah.
it was like back to back,
Yeah,
rough year.
it's
But-
really tough.
But yeah, cool wins.
Adam Scott almost got the deal done and couldn't get it done. How many years ago was that when he lost
There's a
to
couple of
Henrik.
them.
Was that Henrik?
I thought
was
he was the
Ernie,
one. He
wasn't
was
it?
the one who had the lead though when Phil came back too. I thought.
He did, yeah.
So we were talking briefly there about Jean Van de Velde, the pride and joy of my homeland, France. But I got a question for you. When he screws that up, who won?
I don't know. Nobody remembers because I don't care.
I do. Went to a playoff.
Playoffs.
Playoffs. We can't win a game.
One of the playoffs.
practice,
There's a three-way playoff. It was him, Justin Leonard.
Oh, Leonard won.
No, he did not.
No, Leonard didn't win.
Leonard won a British, all right?
Yes, but not that one. He had already won one. It was Paul Lowry.
Oh, Paul won.
Yep.
It's like 99?
Yes.
Yeah, it was 99.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's how the century ended for major golf.
Yeah.
It was a good year for golf in '99. Tiger, Payne Stewart, Jean Van de Velde, and then you had the that wasn't Tiger Bob May showdown, was it?
PGA, yeah.
Crazy year. Crazy year in '99.
Down in Kentucky, right?
What we saw the story here earlier in the week, Tiger DeMarco. What year was that? When DeMarco's mom passed away. Same year as Tiger's dad passed away, I think.
05.
05.
06.
DeMarco was in the tournament playing great and just couldn't get the job done late.
Yeah.
Because there was Norma,
So
the lady behind the starter box.
who'd you end up taking again, Joel?
This week?
Yeah.
So you guys, Michael's got Brooks.
I thought I was getting the field. You guys were taking Spieth and Louis, and I got
You
the
really
field.
want to do that?
You want to do it? You want to do that?
I don't know. I just want to. No.
I mean, I did win
It
last
still
year,
wouldn't
so I
count.
really took a commanding lead.
It wouldn't stop. It wouldn't.
Although,
It wouldn't count as like a win for you though, because you didn't say one person's name and they won.
I get the rest of the field's dollars.
$10 million purse.
Yeah, you'd still be in third.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, after last week's win, the winner got like $600,000. So I don't really know what they got, but I'm sure it wasn't.
It was $1 million.
Was it?
Yeah, I don't think any of them are under $1 million nowadays, are they?
Maybe the Barbasol this week that we're not going to talk about.
I'll
Where's that
take.
played in Nevada?
I'll take Tommy.
Fleetwood?
Yep.
That's a good pick.
Not. He's about to miss the cut.
He's -2.
He's going to miss the cut tomorrow. He's going to miss the cut.
So Brooks, Tommy, and
Fowler.
Ricky?
I'm taking Ricky just to screw with you.
BDR.
No rhyme or reason. I had like 3 guys I was going to take, but
I want to see Ricky
Fowler.
play well, though.
I'm telling you, top 7.
That'd be great.
Book it.
Good for him.
It would be.
Good for him.
So, all right.
But no, the other treat about this is typically this lines up with our invitational. So our invitational is a week later this year. So we're playing golf all day, so you get to watch golf coverage early in the morning.
While you're playing, too.
It's on while you're playing,
Yeah.
and then you get live from in the evening time. You know what I'm saying? When you're winding down, having a couple late night cocktails. So that's always a treat. That's probably one of the reasons I also enjoy this tournament.
So
Just
you're
that lineup.
You're not going to be doing that next week when you're in an invitational?
It won't be played next week, obviously. So
Well, I'm just saying with the regular tour event.
no,
Oh, okay.
we watch it,
I
but
say
nothing
if
like
you
this.
if you are out doing a honey-do list, or you're doing some sort of landscaping project, or you're out on the course the next couple of days, I highly recommend getting on the Open Championship app and listening to the radio.
The radio
broadcast.
broadcast.
So I had that on this morning when I was out at
Moan.
the Ush, and
Moan.
man, it's just something about the accents and
Yeah.
the words they use. Oh, that really packed a punch. I'm like,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be talking like that for about 10 days.
Did you see the
Bollocks.
little clip of some of the UK guys that they were making fun of the way they speak? So they had it how they say it, but in English. So like just terms that they use. Fair enough was one of them. So we say whatever, right? If you say something and you disagree, you say, oh, whatever. They say fair enough, and then on
Cheers.
a Tuesday,
Tuesday.
something.
Tuesday.
Tuesday, just weird stuff like that.
Talk
But it
about
was,
the,
The
talk
one
about
that
the
was
funny. They had
course.
Justin Rose and Tommy and who was the Cam from? Was it Cam Smith? Yeah,
He's Australia.
he is. Who's the other? Isn't there another Cam over there?
Cam Davis.
Cam Davis.
It wasn't him. I don't know. Justin Rose,
Talk about the
a couple other
course.
guys. It was just entertaining.
This guy's already
Ian
fist
Poulton?
pumping. This guy's already
Poulter,
fist pumping. He's gotta
was
go.
one of them.
I don't like this guy.
He only plays in this event in the other year.
Oh, he's still fist pumping.
Loves it.
They just made a par putt.
Big time par.
I'm going to tell you right
Keep him
now.
at 3.
He looks like
He's a
guy that plays
he's
at
steady over there on the Euro Tour though.
20% of the courses. He looks like he had a rough night last night with some tequila.
Yeah, just an average goat then, right? That's
Yeah.
all of our lives.
So, One of the things you were talking about, how words they use. The one lady took a break today on the radio, and she came back and they're like, "Oh, you went out and grabbed a bite to eat?" And she goes, "Yeah." "Oh, what did you have?" She goes, "Oh, we were up at the media tent. It was fabulous. I had a fish pie." I'm like, fish pie? Ugh. Give me the crab juice.
Nasty.
So yeah, it was a good time. Pretty funny stuff. So, hey, also this week wrapped up in Indiana, the Indiana Open, and we were talking about this off air, but it was won by Michael Davin. I think I'm pronouncing that right. 3-round total, 17 under.
Ricky with the
sorry to interrupt.
The
Breaking news.
The stash and those glasses. It looks like he's going to hammer a nail or something, doesn't it?
No, he's going clay shooting after this.
Yeah, that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's even better.
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
Come on,
interrupt you. That was just
Tommy.
entertaining.
Oh, boy.
bye-bye. I told you he was going to miss the cut.
Shit.
Gonna be some deep schnurr.
I'm going to change.
How about
good.
still having the stands, even though there's not a body in them, huh?
They were talking about that. There's not
yada.
that many stands here this week.
There's not that many fans either.
Who? Only the.
Saturday it'll be rowdy, probably.
No, there's no fans. I thought they said, or
They
was that the
blocked them out?
Olympics?
The Olympics.
Maybe
No,
I'm thinking of the
fans.
Olympics. Yeah. No, here they can have. But yeah, why is there not anybody out there?
They're all at work.
I don't know if they limited players or what, or limited.
They're at work.
Fans.
You ever drive around somewhere and you go out to
Wondering
lunch,
why people aren't at
or you're
work?
going somewhere and you're like, where the fuck why aren't these people working?
Or you're driving in a neighborhood where each house gets bigger than the last one. You're like, what the hell do all these people do for a
Yeah,
living?
exactly.
Yeah, that's the one that gets me.
Season do that all the time.
What did you say?
Shoffley walking it in,
Did
Kevin
you say
Na
in the
style.
seasons?
Do that all the time.
So, anyways, we were back to the Indiana Open real quick. The top 6 players were all in double-digit red figures for 3 rounds.
That's amazing.
What do you guys think about that for some average goat shit?
I wouldn't. do
That's a step above average goat.
So they're not allowed in the average goats. Okay.
What was the course they played?
They played down in Purdue. I believe most of those played at Ackerman.
That's golfing your ball.
That is some
Minus
shit.
17 is golfing your ball in 3 rounds. That's freaking nuts.
It's impressive. I mean, you're averaging 5.75.
I'm guessing they played it at the tips pretty dang close. 69,
Yeah, what do
70,
you-
200
It
yards.
had to be 7,000 plus, don't you think?
I would say right around 6,900, 6,800 probably realistically.
Gee, man,
I mean-
Christmas.
Hey, that always grinds my gears. I don't know if we ever talked about this, but like the first time I played Whistling Straits, I was like, oh, I'm going to play it all the way back like they did on TV. No. The yardage, they had plates there from the Sunday round of the first ever PGA Championship they had there, and the plates played at like 69,
You were taking
70
notes?
or something like that. No, I asked the caddy, and they
Oh.
said, you can play the plates. So you could play the tee markers that day, or you could play the plates. And
We've talked about that a lot, a little
it
bit.
really
though.
grinds my gears.
So they're at the.
It's kind of like Augusta. They're
the
saying,
very like
Yeah.
You
well
know.
here 71.89, the back of the box, right? That's the back of the box at all. If
Mostly
you tipped it
because
out.
you ain't going to hear different yardage tomorrow when they're playing.
Yeah.
they'll put they're not going in and changing them. So
That is a kind of a big deal because when then you talk about how short a yardage these guys have in, and you're thinking about a 560 yard par 4, and really the tee marker that day was probably what 500. I mean, taking
560 par 4.
I don't know. I'm just
Oh, Phil the Thrills.
Throwing
and
shit
some
out there.
deep gunge.
But it kind of equates back to when we talk about when a pro is hitting a 8-iron 205 yards, and you're like, whoa, that's pretty far compared
This
to
is-
mine.
Right.
I don't think Phil's going to win. Good thing we didn't pick him.
What's he at? Oh,
+8.
well, the cameraman had some trouble.
Balls flying everywhere. What the hell's going on? They hit at the same time.
Balls flying around my head.
But I think guys get a complex when they're like, man, how's he hitting an 8-iron 100 or 205 yards?
Mm-hmm.
But people aren't taking into consideration average goats. Well, he's got a 20-foot elevation drop here, plus he's got a downwind, stuff like that.
Flyer
And
to
is
line.
the 8-iron's really a 7-iron?
True, and the lofts are
That's
different
happened.
than what.
I was just having a long talk the other day about that with one of the guys I golf with about the degrees of clubs and how they've kind of changed. We talked about it earlier this year with Austin from Club Champion, and that's kind of crazy. So instead of saying 8-iron, it would really
Degrees.
help out. They just start saying degrees. Oh, he's hitting the 50 degree here. He's
Yeah.
hitting the 38 degree.
There's a custom club maker out in Arizona or Texas. It's called National Custom, I think, and that's what they do on theirs. They put the degrees. instead of the club.
I
Really?
think that's more fair.
Yeah.
So
I mean, obviously they're longer, but I don't know that your big hitters, I don't know that there's that big a separation from your bigger hitters around compared to some of those. Maybe with like the big stick or like a 3-wood, you know. But you get into, especially from probably 6-iron down.
but Phil,
Longer irons. I would say that's a big difference though. 7-iron, 8-iron, 9-iron pitching wedge. I'm thinking about Joel and I's yardage discrepancy. We were pretty tight in those yardages. But then you start to get to 6-iron, 5-iron, 4-iron. It starts to get quite a bit of a bigger gap. You know, his 4-iron's flying way further than my 4-iron. His 5-irons, if I give a
That would
good
be.
poke, but
I think those are the ones. It would be cool to go through your guys' sets since you play that much more with each other, to have them almost like benchmarks. Be like, yes, your 7-irons are only a 2-degree difference, but his 5-iron is 4 degrees stronger than yours, or something like that. I don't know what it would be. It wouldn't be
they're
that
probably
much, but-
pretty
they're
close.
all the same.
Yeah,
Wow.
Mizuno, they're all the same.
because
They're more on the traditional side. Titleist is actually, and maybe TaylorMade are more on the a pitching wedge with Titleist is actually, and TaylorMade it's 44 degrees, whereas Mizuno is still on that 46.
Yeah,
So
not like the 48 on that one set you got.
the pitching wedge is actually 50 degrees on
That
on that 90s
Tiger set?
late 90s set.
Wow.
That's crazy, isn't it?
So I was thinking about that the other day. If I ever even put them in play, I'd have to get rid of 2 of the clubs because I have a 46-degree pitching wedge, just a regular wedge.
Okie wedge.
No, it's just a Mizuno wedge, and then I have a 50-degree Mizuno wedge as well. So yeah, they're not that much difference. I think that
Technique comes in more, I think, on those types of clubs where you got a way better technical swing than what I managed to get around, you know, and just a bigger separation. Got a bigger backswing. It's not as quick as mine, so.
So, since you brought up technique, how is your golf game going right now, guys?
Well, league last Thursday, I managed to play a little bit better, and then
Well, you said you were going back to Shandy and Stogies. That's what I
worked
wanted
great.
to
it worked.
Did it?
It worked
Yeah, yeah.
fantastic.
yeah, played well.
Really?
Had a smooth 4 or 6 pack in after 2 or 3 holes.
Well, there was quite a
There's a little bit of a
Backup at the
pile
tee
I'll
box.
just call it pile up at the first
so
tee,
I
yeah.
about rifled through that 6-pack while we were
Reminds
waiting.
me, I need to bring Shut the Box tonight for the first.
Where are you
tee.
going to put it?
That's
Just
what
in
she
the
said.
In my trunk.
Oh, we got a big bike.
Yeah, wow.
We got a
bike
big
in
enough trunk.
Jesus, talk about a butcher. You just butchered
I
that
did
one.
butch it bad. But then at Lost Doing Sunday, my swing just sucks right now. I got to make some adjustments.
Making some adjustments come invitational week. I like it.
Nice.
My tempo is everything. I think that's most people's golf swing.
Tempo is
I get quick,
unattainable.
and I think I'm slowing it down, and I'm still fucking faster than
Swinging
shit.
too early. I'm swinging too late. God damn it, my swing feels like an unfolded lawn chair.
There you go. So
So stick this tee behind your left ear tonight, Mike.
yeah,
Yeah.
Joel, how's your game rounded into form this time of year?
Same old, same old. Scoring. Would always like to make more putts.
So you're
So
taking with your putter still.
I'm hoping he tweaks it for the invitation.
Everybody that I know, I always tease around about changing stuff up because I get so bored with things and short attention spans with clubs and equipment.
This is one thing with us. I got to cut you off. So he says this all the time. I get so bored with stuff, and I tell him, I think getting bored would mean that you're shooting 65 every time out, right? Mm-hmm. You're not shooting 65 every time. There's no reason to get bored yet. Okay.
I'd just like to score better. So I'm looking for something.
Wouldn't we all?
So I'm always
That's why it's
looking
called
for
golf.
something, but I'm also at the same stage of for the season of where I've had the same bag set up for probably 3 to 4 weeks. I haven't switched any putters or any clubs. I'm pretty dead set on the driver.
I'm going on 2 years.
I'm pretty dead set on the driver right now. It's been a nice refresher with having a confident driver. 3-wood's always going to be in the bag.
Let's hear how Pappy's state of the game. You had a big tournament this season over the weekend, didn't you?
Did it get played because of the weather?
Big tournament.
Oh, you had something going.
No, they did a one of two thing.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I'm going through a grip change.
I'm about ready to
really?
institute one.
Yeah, I started asking. Well, I kind of hinted at this a couple weeks ago when
Nobody
we were
asked
talking,
me a
and
question.
I wanted a good answer, and I
You're not that guy, pal. You're
Yeah.
not that guy.
yeah, you're equipment guy. No, I'm just kidding. But I've been having an issue with my grip, so I think I figured it out. We did talk about it because you
Briefly.
talked to me about it, about the wear in my palm.
So what's the?
So-
You're just
So
trying
you-
to get it
you
more
took
in the
my-
fingers, right?
You took my advice then?
So,
Well,
you,
no,
you said
somebody-
stop thinking and just go play.
Well, no, somebody told you to get it more on your fingers.
Yes,
And
did-
I
couldn't
told
really-
you what you had to do, and did you listen?
No, I figured it out.
Are you
know what I
strong? Are you neutral? Are you?
Yes, yep, weak, strong, and neutral. I got it all going on.
So give us an example here.
So I got
Show your hands on the camera.
no, absolutely not. No way. They're
Those
camera shy.
soft, supple hands.
Yeah, voluptuous thumbs. But no, you ever use one of those like weighted clubs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
and
one.
they have the grip on there?
Yeah.
That's what I did.
You just went to that.
I went to that, swung it 20 times the other night before league, absolutely hit the ball like shit for 4 holes, and then it clicked. And
Now, did it
made-
click
made
because
a couple
you?
birdies, and I
Snap again.
I snapped with my pinky.
Oh my gosh, that was weird.
I can't even get my.
Oh my god.
Hey, so did it click or did you actually?
Is that what they mean when they say I have good hands in golf? I never understood that either.
Nice pinkies.
You went back to your old thing.
No,
and
I
it
did not.
clicked.
No,
you,
I did not.
You were sticking
no,
with
I'm
it.
sticking with it. I have a swing to a feel. I got a feel right now
Got
where
my
the
feels?
club needs to
Got
be
your
in my
feels?
left hand, and then I make sure that when I get it in my left hand and my fingers more.
We're still talking about
would-
the golf club, right?
Yeah, I would
All right.
tell. Yeah. Oh yeah, the other shaft wouldn't fit. No. Anyway, so yeah.
So are you going Faldo and 3-fingering it?
Whoa.
So now you're just screwing with my head even more. I'm good. I'm good.
Do you know what I'm
Show took a
referring?
turn.
Do you know what I'm referring to? Or
No,
no.
but
So
I do.
supposedly-
I do a double interlock on my putting grip.
Ooh,
Double interlock on the putting grip. It is
going to
awesome.
Yeah, nice.
I don't know interlock at all.
No, I don't
Well,
either. I overlap.
that's the start
On
of the problem.
putting, anyway.
Huh?
So, anyways, during all these changes, my
Oh, get in there.
balance looks like me tonight in league.
This guy's thrilled. Look at him. Rita Taro.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I might make the cut now.
Gone on.
He's got Ping right there. What the hell is Ping doing? Right across the chest.
Sure enough, PBY.
No regrets at all.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to make an attempt to go from a strong grip to a little bit neutral.
So that's the thing. When I get it more in my fingers, yeah, the mistake is that I have a way over the top strong hand then because my left thumb is so far over then because it's in my fingers. Just being more conscious about that and more conscious about where my trigger finger and my thumb are on my right hand. And, man, it's unreal.
You know what? The few viewers that we have that are regulars, you're going to have smoke coming out because they're going to be trying to visualize what he's saying, and
Yeah.
his hands aren't in the camera. They can't pick anything up.
Yeah, I don't have a club to hold, though. So,
So are you going like the Michael Breed trigger finger, where it's kind of separated at the end?
no,
Or are you going still
I tried
close?
that a couple times. That was a little weird.
Did you try the? Some people will do this to get.
I'm kind
your-
of leaving it off. I'm not bringing it all the way around.
Okay.
But I'm not like that grip because that practice grip really brings that finger like kind of out, like Breed says. But
So my mistake
would've been one hell of
sometimes
a par.
is that in my
That was for
head.
bogey.
Was it? It's one
He
hell of
just
a
made a
double.
double.
yeah.
He's 10 over.
Eagle.
10,
Plus
A
10.
team.
Mickelson is 10
Plus
over?
10.
Phil?
Fucking 10.
80.
Oh, he's not going to make the cut.
There it is. There it is. That was a fucking mistake.
16.
My mind on the grip when I'm.
I don't know why I took so much joy out of that.
Fucking team.
Breaking news: just this in, Louis Oosthuizen beats Phil Mickelson in round 1 by 16 shots.
Just beat his dick with a fly swatter.
Wow.
I would have thought.
All right,
Victor
so
hanging
sorry.
there, too.
What were you saying now?
My mistake with the grip is sometimes that, you know, you've heard that old adage of you got to get the
V's.
V pointed at
Yeah.
your shoulder. That doesn't work for me.
Okay.
I've tried to do it, and I'll get it in my head. I'm like, oh, my grip must be messed up, and then I'll be like, why the frick did I do that?
Yeah. So that, along with, especially on my driver, I have to tell myself I got to be Si-Woo Kim. I got to be
Little
super slow
pause.
motion all the way to the top. And once I take it back slower, it's over. Like I know,
Dialed?
I know, I'm going to strike it.
You're a good driver of the ball.
Close enough to the fairway.
I thought.
That is so crucial for me too. When I get quick, it's so bad, but and I can slow it way down.
You know, when you get in a scramble and you got to try to beat a couple out there, like when you swing hard
Terrible.
like an ass hat like that, you usually, like I was thinking about this the other night too, like
You hit it worse.
I don't really remember me catching one where it's like,
Well,
ooh.
I mean,
it
usually
doesn't really go further though. You know what I'm saying? The spin
usually
gets
the
up there or
spin, yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I mean, usually in a scramble when I do that, I'm
Oh,
usually
here we-
taking the team on the back.
Here we fucking go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I might have shot 12 under last year on my
This
own with the
guy he
White Hawk.
speaks
Get in
of.
there.
This guy he speaks of. We didn't see really any of that out at Black Sheep. Or
No, we
No.
didn't.
Yeah.
No.
Still think I had the low.
Superintendent was 3 under through 5 though.
Still think I had the low round for the day.
Good job.
Well, yeah, because
Somebody couldn't-
spirits were flowing.
Yeah,
Somebody couldn't
picked
play
it
that
up
one.
after
And
the
the
turn.
big guy got grumpy in the rain.
Somebody could play the last 13 holes.
Yeah, improper rain gear. That's what
Yeah.
I'm blaming on.
I know. Rain gear is tough, man.
It was all came down to that par 3 and that par 4 back-to-back holes that turned us
Man,
sideways.
he just sold out.
Sneds did earlier too. This was earlier.
Wow, this is just everybody.
He made a birdie at the prior hole.
So Eagles not going to hold up in their skins game on 17.
Nope.
No, we
Oh,
have
those are fun to watch. Those little dunkers. That you see that one? One hopping, bottom of the cup.
So you guys got Invitational coming up, Club Championship coming up, and Michael's working on clubs and swing thoughts. That's a little scary, but
Yeah.
I think he'll be just fine.
we got some big stuff.
Final thoughts for Invitational. What's this is it.
I don't know. I'm
When
ready to
we
rock
talk-
and roll.
when
I
we-
might be more mentally focused this year than I
When
ever
we
have
talk
been.
next week, it's pegging the ground time.
You got it.
So final thoughts, final things you guys got to get done this week leading into Invitational.
Good.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I could always try to find a 3-wood, but I know that's a fucking mistake. So
What about a 4-wood?
who knows? Why not just hit hybrid then? What's the 4-wood degree? 17.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Once the partner gets into town, it's.
If I can play the Blue Tee event this week, I'd like to. That'd give me a little taste for some yardages.
I have a busy golf schedule upcoming.
Here we go.
I'm supposed to play my next match in our Hunter Games, our unflighted match play by the end of this weekend. Supposed to play Vanderkar in the flighted matches for Yuki by the end of next week, I think.
Oh man, that's
Yep.
Member guest, club championship. Just a lot of busy
you get
golf.
these cleared with the tower.
It's booked.
Wow.
Book it.
It is a lot of golf. Good luck.
I'm looking forward to the Invitational and the Club Championship back-to-back weeks for our Super. So he gets to really dial it in out there, and
And hopefully get some dry weather.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening either.
there it is again.
Back-to-back jacks. Back-to-back jacks.
What about you, Pappy? Golf this weekend?
No, not really. Nope. Just
Watching golf.
getting some stuff done around the house. You know, they
Honeydews.
no, these are Pappy dudes. They just had Webb Simpson, or not Webb Simpson, Adam Scott on the telly, and he just went through like a whole bag change almost, going back to some older stuff. And then did you guys see the thing with John Rahm? They were asking about his very short backswing, and it's a physical limitation. That's what they kept telling him in the media room. And finally, he kind of snapped, and he was like, I've been pro 5 years, and finally someone's asking me about this, because all you guys do is just talk about it. It's not a physical limitation. Some of you said I have weak hips or narrow hips. He goes, that's the stupidest thing I heard.
Or
He had a clubbed foot.
yeah.
So
They had
20
to
minutes,
break.
20 minutes after he was born, they broke 20 bones from his knee down to his ankle, shattered his ankle, rebuilt it, and then every week for something like a year and a half, something crazy, he would have to go back and get recasted every week. And to this day, he's 1.3, 1.4 centimeters short on his right side and his left side. And so because of that ankle, how they had to break the bones of his ankle, it's something with his rotation. So that's why his backswing is so short.
I did see that.
I thought that was
impressive.
really cool
information.
really
It was
cool
good,
story.
Good response too.
Yeah, it was. You could tell he
I
finally
wish-
wanted to handle it. Bye-bye, Roy. Oh, that's going to be
I wish I had an excuse like that for my short backswing. I don't have one.
Okay.
Limited flexibility, I think, is what it comes down
Deep
to.
Thoughts by Mike Hanger.
Limited flexibility. Can't get it back there.
So, all right, well, you guys got league tonight. I think we're going to get it in. I think the weather's going to hold off long enough.
I think we got to touch base real quick before we close it out here.
Yeah.
Last weekend went senior championship at the club.
Yes, correct. Sorry.
And Marcus, I think, was my pick, ended up winning. So I did pick one winner.
Well,
right?
Whoa.
I think he did
you did
he
take him.
Yeah, Mr.
How-
Dr. Mark Malcheski. So he probably won. What would you? We'll figure out the exact total, but
$38 in shop credit?
maybe $200 shop credit. We'll put that on your total for the year.
Add it.
We don't want to short him.
Mark it down.
And I'll find out what Dave Hubinger got, and I'll add that to my total.
But it sounded like it was an interesting 2 days, nice 2 days. There was a lot of guys in the hunt, or not too far back.
Sounded like day one was pretty competitive, and then day two was just
A couple of guys that we didn't mention.
I heard a horror story of what happened on day one.
A couple guys that we didn't mention on the show, but we talked to after the round Thursday.
Dead in time.
Ended up having a pretty good showing. Ted
and
Borger and Tom Lichtag, had great showings.
Viewers of the show, we
Those
appreciate
guys are
it.
hard to beat, though. Steady Eddie.
Oh, for sure.
Which reminds me of the just real quick snippet
Tom
of
Lichtide, one of the best well-dressed
Ted
golfers I've
Ted
seen.
Borgren telling us about recently making a 4 with 3 putts.
That's impressive.
You would think he drove the green in 3 putts. That's not the case.
He
I
putted
think it was from
like
85
60
yards. He used a putter.
Where?
Was it Yuki? I don't remember where he said, but
Yuki's down drain then because the water's been rolling there with all these storms.
he is a big fan of the Texas wedge.
Okay.
But I'm not sure what yardage does it come into mind where you got to start thinking about putting it.
He says he's never chunked a putt.
Wow, I'll show him that shot.
I agree.
So, okay, real quick, we're just going to say player B. Heard a story, player B, 10-footer on 15 for birdie on day one. About 4 over at this time. 10 feet for birdie on 15. Misses it, runs it 3-4 feet by.
Our green can get fast.
I love that green. It's my favorite green out there,
I think it's a very underestimated hole, actually.
Big time.
Leaves the comebacker just an inch short right in the jaws. Walks up and just whacks the ball.
Into the water?
No, just whacks the ball like towards his cart or down the fairway or something like that. 60-some yards it ends up. And right after it happens goes, oh, shit.
Not just playing on a...
I had to putt that out.
I had to putt that out, didn't I? And the guys in their group just went, and held the flagstick. Had to go play it. So that was, I think a 10-foot birdie turned into a quad.
Oh.
That's impressive.
That sucks. Because I could see having that type of just a mental slip. Like we talked about it a couple weeks ago about our match idea instead of doing these duels to have average goats played, just something like that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so harmless. Like, do you have a local rule? No, but because then if you make a local rule for something like that, then they're going to start doing gimmies, and then
Yeah, that turns
4
into
inches turns into 3 feet, 3 feet turns into just inside the
You
flag
got
stick.
it.
So you
That's
just,
always a straw.
rake it.
man, yeah, tough deal there. So
Which reminds me, every time Joel tells me he shoots a low number, like, what did you say, 68 the other day? I said, you guys were raking them, huh?
No.
Raking those
Yep.
6-7 footers.
you don't get any comment either.
Somebody else is in for bird. You pick up for par from 40 feet.
Now when your putt matters on every hole. Or your ball.
Unreal.
Good times.
So yeah, wrapping it up, guys. Good luck tonight at league.
Yep.
Good luck in the Blue Tee event. It's going to be set up pretty stout. I got a feeling.
I might have
Perfect.
to sign up then. I got a feeling.
Yep. All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Talk to you later.
See you guys.